coming out of me, lightning bolt electricity. Blow up, staring at the seams, yeah, I see it unraveling. Pulling back the curtain, got the sun in my eyes. Everybody, they've been hurting, but they push it aside. Every person is a person with a different disguise. Feels like I'm on a desert island and it's Lord of the Flies, right? Watch out for your neck, a wrecking ball is swinging heavy.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a pair of teams who fought multiple times in the Super Bowl. It's the Niners and the Bengals on Thursday night.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Burrow on play action. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. This is Brown going up the middle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Now Burrow. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone from Bengal TD. Chase Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Purdy looking to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Purdy. Under pressure, they got him again. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An inside give, Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action. It's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Play action. Now Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Into space at the 45. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Second and a couple as they've got it as we resume action. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Completes it to Jennings. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Purdy now to throw. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Purdy from the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's second and a yard. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andre Yoshibas, 37 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They go play action here. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Purdy. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 34 yards. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Burrow looking to pass. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
3rd down, here's Brown. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Jennings. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now now with 5 seconds left. Not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Well, throw here right side.
The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now with Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's Samuel. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Purdy looking to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Back to throw, Purdy. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Throwing here, Purdy. And it's caught. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 4. Right back to Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They give it to Brown. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To the air again, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Purdy now to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Second and 10. Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 46, here's second and 4. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. In motion goes the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Taken down at the 30.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Second and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to it. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Now Moody for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw, Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Burrow. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Purdy to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Second and 6 coming up. Throwing, Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's first down. Now Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Second down and a yard. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football.